Before we begin, this video is sponsored by Sleeve Chief. You can find good quality accessories to make your deck and gear look good. Get card protector sleeves with artworks of all your favorite archetypes and cards for the main and extra deck. There's extraordinary border sleeves, and they've got you covered with deck boxes, playmats, and dice as well. Head on over to Sleeve Chief's website through my affiliate link in the description box below and use my code SHADOW at checkout to get 5% off your entire order. Let's begin. Hey guys, I'm Naya and welcome back to the channel. So for today's video, we're gonna be doing, as promised, the 10k subscribers special Q&A. I'm very excited to be doing this. You guys asked a ton of good questions, but I didn't read a lot of them that precisely just because I wanted to answer off the top of my head completely and the first things that come to mind. Before we get started, I wanted to thank you guys again. I am so grateful for you and for all of your support. So getting into it, for the first question, it's basically how I got into the game and into content creation overall. And basically we started playing in 2017, that's me and my husband, and we got into the game very competitively from the get-go. At first we were playing like with his old cards from when he was little, but then we realized like there is an actual meta game around and locals and all of that, and we just stayed ever since. And as for content creation, I started creating videos in 2021. I just wanted to do, videos about the competitive meta game, about the top decks. I wanted to do like everything that has to do with rules and how to get better in the game, and pretty much everything that you see on my channel right now. And I loved it. I love every second of it, and I'm so happy I got into it. And the next question basically ties into the first one. What was my first deck that I used at a tournament? And at first I got 3 Dino Smashers Fury structure decks, and then I just created a deck out of that. So it was basically dinos. So this next question is, which deck has my favorite playstyle? And this is one of the questions that I really thought about after I read it. What I really enjoy is just overall playing pendulum decks, but it's like one of those things where you can't really play it, at least I can't, for a really long period of time. It just gets sometimes boring and sometimes a bit exhausting to do all of the combos and think about the scales and all of that, but I just really enjoyed pendulum decks ever since I started playing. It was like literally the second deck I ever played. So this next one is a really good question. Basically it says like, which one was my favorite collab to make? Because I did make a ton of collabs on the channel so far, and I'm not sure if I can pinpoint one particular one. Like, I really enjoy talking to Jeff Jones, for example. I think his mind is just, amazing when it comes to the game. But overall, like, I wouldn't invite a person to the channel if I wasn't super, like, 100% excited to do the collab and just to participate and be a part of this. So, yeah, I think, like, every single one brings something different to the table, and hopefully you guys enjoyed all of them. And this next one is, if you could unban one card, which one would it be? So, I think like it would be really funny to see Graceful Charity unbanned, although it's not happening, but like for nostalgia value, I would unban Colossus because I love Thunder Dragons. This next one is if I plan to do any live gameplay. So basically just if I plan to do live stuff. I'm thinking about it. I'm getting more and more excited, but it's making me a bit nervous as well. I'm almost 100% certain though that I'll be going live sometime in the future. Oh, and also about judging events. So if I get any more chances to judge, I would enjoy it. So yeah, I would do it. And do you plan to do discussions on what possible archetypes will receive support? So usually I just cover things that are like 100% certainly get out, and like information gets presented to us, like stuff that actually will be receiving support, and I review it. Sometimes I might be doing more, but usually I just tend to like involve those types of information into discussions about the decks. So like right now when I did the video with how to counter trap tricks, it's obviously because the deck received support and is getting better and better in the meta. So if it ties into the meta game, then usually I'll be covering it. As a female, what do you find to be the most challenging versus what a guy may go through? Thankfully, I haven't had many weird experiences. I'm sure it's not the same for everyone. And if you're a female, it's probably something you're gonna have to go through, which just is horrible and it sucks, but like you just gotta have thick skin and just not let it get to you. People may be weird sometimes, but you're just here to enjoy the hobby, so I don't think you should put much thought to it. What do you think of Master Duel? So I had a couple Master Duel questions pop up here and there. I don't play it. I tried it out as everyone did, but I didn't particularly enjoy it. This might change in the future. But so far, I think it's amazing when it comes to bringing the people in. I think the game is like just has a much wider fan base right now with Master Duel being a thing, which is great. My favorite deck and most hated deck of all time. So I loved Thunder Dragon, and I also loved Pendulum Magicians back in 2017. And I just really, for some reason, dislike Madolche. LP to 1 and Striker to 3? Sure. It would be based, yes. I totally agree. How did you build up the confidence necessary to start content creation? And what was one of the biggest inspirations? So for sure, the biggest inspiration, my husband, 100%, hands down. And as for the confidence and all of that, like you just, I don't know, you just go. Like you're gonna get better through time, but you need to record a lot of videos that are probably trash and feel trash after you look at them back, but then you realize that you were just trying your hardest and getting better from every single video to the next one. What was my favorite tournament experience, judging, playing, or otherwise? Let me think. So yeah, probably one of my favorite moments is when me and my husband both got top 4 at the same regionals. I was playing Thunder Dragon and he was playing Sky Striker Orcust, and yeah, that's probably like one of the best things. Is there a meaning behind the name Shadow Rabbit? There is actually, yes, because I played Dinos as my first deck. I played Rescue Rabbit in there. I love Rescue Rabbit, and the Shadow part just comes from the Shadow Riders and everything that has to do with like GX and the Shadow Riders stuff, so it's Shadow Rabbit. Lady Labyrinth or Lovely Labyrinth? So I don't know, like both, I guess. I do think it's like one person though. Have you ever made top cut in a YCS? If so, which event? What deck were you playing? I haven't yet. I have a couple regional wins, a couple regional tops, but no major premier event stuff. What are your favorite monsters of each summoning method? I probably don't have a favorite monster of every single summoning method, but like, I don't know, I really like Colossus, which is fusion summoning. I don't know, I would have to really think this through. Might put some pictures on the screen or something, but Colossus is like one of my favorite monsters. Who would win, Undertaker versus Triple H, both in their prime? I think Taker would win. If you were to pick one archetype to get good enough support to make it meta viable, what would you choose? That's a really good question. Let me think. Like, I don't know for a specific archetype, but I love anything that has to do with Pendulum support. With Electromite being banned, I think Pendulum is struggling, to say the least, so anything that could make Pendulum viable. What's the weirdest archetype you happen to ever learn playing? I'm not sure if I played any weird archetypes. Probably not. Sorry. What are your best competitive results? What's your favorite format? So I really enjoyed the Eternal format. A lot of us did. I think it was great. And genuinely, I enjoyed the tier 0 tier format. Although, you know, the tier deck annoyed me at times. But as for competitive results, I have 2 regional wins with Prankit. And best ever tournament experience, worst ever tournament experience. So I answered the best ever part already, although winning a regional felt amazing as well. And the worst ever is, it was like one of my first events where you had to qualify to go there. I qualified. I felt like, you know, I was on the top of the world. I felt like I was doing well, and it was at the beginning of me playing, like 2018 or something. And I went to that event and I had a horrible score. I played Sky Striker and I was so bad with it because it's a hard deck and I was only like a new player and I just felt terrible. So there's that. So since you judged your first regional, did that experience make you want to judge more? And what did you like or not like? So basically, yeah, for sure, I would judge more events. I really liked it. As for not liking it, I don't know, sometimes you would just get in a weird situation where one player is claiming something and the other is claiming something else, and then you really need to like try to realize just what really happened. I don't know, it's just, it gets weird. And yeah, that's probably like the most annoying thing about it, but I enjoy judging a lot. Even, you know, those kinds of situations, it doesn't really matter if they happen if you really enjoy it. So that's it for the questions. I'm really happy you asked so many good ones, and I really enjoyed doing this video. So if you liked it, make sure to like it. Also sub, check out all the social media, and I'll see you guys in the next video. Bye.